This is a final Unity, and I made a bunch of graphics to fancy things up. At the end of last stream, our fine captain and his crew successfully saved the station at Simcoe 4, cause we're amazing. And now I think we are going to continue. That is so loud. We are going to continue on our way to find the Vulcan. What's his name? Host 3. See, you can like half navigate through this as well. I have no idea what I'm doing. But hopefully I won't blow up the ship. Like, what are these numbers? K-class planet. I know K-class planets. Those are good. Not amazing, but can be terraformed. A is clearly bad. Listen, I don't remember these. I learned all of these ridiculous classifications back when we were doing a Star Trek Adventures game, and now I've forgotten them. And all I remember is you don't want to land on a Y class, because that's like a demon planet, which is terrible. And I only remember that, because it's this planet Y. So our main goal appears to be to help these guys out. So these are 3 guys that we rescued right at the beginning, and they're just hanging out in the conference room. But we can't actually go look at the conference room. And right now, it's bugging out on me. On screen! Comms? Shanok! This is the guy we're looking for. So the 3 guys that are in the conference room are refugees from this Garidian. They're the Garidian race. And the Garidian race has 4 laws. Or 4, like, precept document things that shape their whole society, and they're looking for the 5th scroll. Scrolls, that's what they're called. They're looking for the 5th scroll, which they're hoping will bring rights to the plebeian class on their planet. But obviously the guys in charge don't want the plebeian class to have a bunch of rights, so they're chasing them down, and we save them. And now we're going off to Shanok, who is a Vulcan scholar who's been searching this and may have some information as to where the 5th scroll is. There we go. Yes, rights for the plebs.
Greetings, Shanok. I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Captain, how may I assist you?
So, I'm just gonna rock up and be like, what are you doing on this planet? Or I could actually tell him the whole reason we're here, which I think sounds like a much better diplomatic thing, instead of just grilling him on why he's on this crappy-ass planet.
Shanok, we have several Garidian refugees aboard who are trying to find something called the 5th Scroll. They said you might be able to help.
Possibly. I once did extensive research on the Lawgiver and the Followers. They fled into what is now Federation space 1,000 years ago, bearing the 5th scroll with them.
Ooh.
We've heard of them. So where did these followers go?
I never found the Followers' colony, but your friends should not lose hope. In my search, I stumbled on one of the Followers' ancient ships. The logs indicated that they had found an M-class planet suitable for colonization.
Excellent. Now we can grill him on why he's on a crappy planet.
What brings an archaeologist of your stature to such a remote planet?
I am excavating the ruins of a Chodak outpost. The Federation Archaeological Survey is sponsoring my work.
Ooh, can I come down and look at rocks? Because I am Picard and I like rocks.
Who are the Chodak?
What are you doing, Troy?
An ancient race. At their peak, the Chodak occupied most of what is now the Romulan Empire, but I thought all known Chodak ruins were on the other side of the neutral zone.
This is the first Chodak site found in Federation space. It was my good fortune to discover it.
Ooh, it's a little disturbing the way his whole face, like, wiggles around when he talks. What have you found? Oh yes! I'm Picard, I want to see!
I'd be most eager to examine the site myself. I can beam down immediately.
Captain, I'm aware of your reputation as an archaeologist, but I cannot permit any visitors. The excavation is far too delicate. My apologies.
Damn it, Shanok! Why? It's so good, Mariam, except for the first 3 seasons, which are kind of bad. But then it gets amazing, and then you have DS9 and Voyager, and again, the first 2 or 3 seasons of those are so bad, but then they get amazing, except for Deep Space Series 7, which is kind of awful. It's half awful, half amazing. Which is all of Trek, really. It's all half awful, half amazing. And it's all on Netflix.
What have you found so far?
A great deal, actually. I have uncovered evidence of an extensive administrative system, as well as examples of Chodak computer technology quite similar to our own isolinear rods.
Intriguing. Such devices would be among the oldest known examples of isolinear technology in the galaxy.
I hope to confirm that fact. I sent several rods to the Mertens orbital station for testing. They've developed a gravitic stress dating method which is extremely accurate. However, I have not yet received their results.
Is that the station I just had to save? Yes. Oops. Sorry, station's been destroyed. I mean, I kind of saved it. They just lost the research wing because something chopped it off.
I'm afraid we have got some bad news for you, Shinnok. Merton's station has been attacked. It was almost completely destroyed.
Indeed. That is a great loss.
Hope you kept copies.
Thank you for your help, Shinnok. Good luck.
And to you, Captain. Live long and prosper.
Set course for the Ruinor sector. Oh no, we need to consider the situation a bit further.
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
I think I want to consult my database, perhaps? Or talk to these guys? This guy gave me no information. I found a ship. M-class planet. Which M-class planet? Did I miss a thing where he was supposed to tell me which M-class planet it was? Call him again. I can't call him again.
Captain, message from Starfleet.
Excellent.
It is Admiral Redrick.
On screen. Greetings, Admiral. What can we do for you?
Jean-Luc, good to see you again. I have a little favor to ask. Would you be interested in finding a little lost lamb for me?
A lamb? Unfortunately, sir, the Enterprise is already committed. No, we can do loads of jobs at once. We multitask.
Very well. As soon as we receive your report, we'll get underway.
I'll transmit it immediately. Oh, and Jean-Luc, the Morassians have a strict matriarchal society. Males are usually treated as servants at best. Don't take it personally.
Laying a course for Morassia, Warp 5.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
Let's go find some women. Conversation 3. Right, so I said a lamb. He said, huh, a figure of speech. I have a friend stationed on Morassia, an exobiologist. I haven't heard from her in quite a while. I'm getting a little worried. I'd like you to check into it if you can. Who is this lost lamb? Her name is Dr. V. Hundfurch. She was on Morassia cataloging local species for the Federation Zoological Database, but no one's seen her for days. Have the local authorities investigated? Constable Lixa, who runs the preserve, thinks V went on a field trip and there's nothing to worry about. To humor me, she said I should send a team to investigate. Admiral, do you have any reason to suspect foul play? The truth? V is headstrong. She might be chasing butterflies, but I think there's more to it than that. And Jean-Luc, Morassia is applying for Federation membership. You could review the state of affairs there while you're looking for our exobiologist. Very well. Oh, by the way, men are slaves. I'll just throw that in there at the end. Okay, so that's all the conversation I missed.
There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location.
You're Admiral Williams with a stick up your ass. What? Wait, what? Who's Karlstrom? Who's Butler? I got people that can die! We got red shirts!
Ensign Karlstrom, please report to the transporter room.
Hey man, what's up? Oh, he's a blue shirt. He's a science officer. Bye. Can I just have a chat
Raising
with Joy?
shields.
No. What are you doing? Why?
Go to red alert.
Don't go to red alert!
Yellow alert. Alert canceled.
alert.
Condition
Go back.
entering non-aligned space.
Helm, standard orbit.
Captain's log supplemental. The Enterprise has arrived at Morassia to investigate the disappearance of Dr. V. Hunforsh, an exobiologist stationed here for the past 2 years. The 3 species native to this world have enjoyed a millennium of peaceful cooperation, and this visit will give us the opportunity to review Morassia's petition for membership in the Federation. It's time we introduced ourselves. Mr. Worf, hail Constable Lixie.
Aye, Captain.
I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. We have come to investigate the disappearance of Dr. Hunforsh.
Welcome to Morassia. As I told Admiral Redrick, I really don't think Dr. Hunforsh is in any danger. She's probably on an extended field trip.
See, her face is less disturbing than the Vulcan's, because I swear his whole face was moving. At least it's just her eyes and mouth.
Good. We'll need your beam-down coordinates.
I shall transmit them. And Captain, in order to protect the animals in the preserve, we permit no weapons of any kind on the surface.
Our away teams carry phasers for self-defense only. They can be locked on a low stun setting. I assure you none of your animals will be harmed.
I'm sorry, Captain.
No.
I won't allow it. We cannot predict how even your lowest setting will affect our animals.
She's got a point. Respect their laws, Picard. Don't be so arrogant.
We will respect your laws. The away team will not be armed.
Be armed with our fists and feet.
For a male, you are unusually cooperative.
Is there any better way to begin a relationship?
Forgive me, Captain. I am not accustomed to seeing a male in command. I will await your investigators.
Oh, no Riker.
Beam down coordinates selected.
Apparently I don't get to choose stuff here. But yes, I was going to bring the Klingon anyway. Hello?
Visitors for Constable Lixie. Constable Lixie is present.
No, don't, no.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Data of the Starship Enterprise. I'm investigating the absence of Dr. Hunforsh.
Welcome. So you are the artificial human. Interesting. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there really is no need for alarm. Dr. Hunforsh is probably just on an extended field trip.
She keeps saying that same line. It's very suspicious. I can say thank you, get straight to the point, or compliment the preserve with many words. Yes, compliments, compliments.
The preserve clearly embodies your philosophy of life forms living within life forms to create a single harmonious organism. It is an impressive achievement.
Ooh.
Very observant, Commander. Your perceptiveness does you credit.
Who were the last people to see the doctor?
Apparently, Consultant Idia was the last to see her. They had dinner or some such. It's all in my report. You should be able to access it through your tricorder.
That frickin' thing. Shush!
If the doctor had been injured somewhere in the preserve, would you be able to locate her?
Of course. But our surveillance system can detect signs of distress in any of our inhabitants. And we've had no sign of trouble from the doctor.
Your tone suggests that you do not like Dr. Hunforsh.
She hasn't made many friends here. She disagrees openly with our philosophy, our methods, and has even accused us of smuggling banned species.
Oh no. Someone definitely ate her.
I would like to investigate the preserve grounds where the doctor last worked.
We'd prefer to limit the number of outsiders in the preserve while it is under construction. Investigating the doctor's laboratory should be sufficient.
Nope, we're going in.
A thorough investigation of the doctor's disappearance will require me to enter the preserve. Furthermore, the Federation Council has requested a review of Morassia. Unhindered access will allow me to prepare a far more detailed report.
The Federation's requests are not law here. Not yet. But in the interests of cooperation, I'll open up the area surrounding my outpost. Be sure to stay within the visitors' areas. You must understand, my responsibility to the animals comes first.
I have no more questions for you at this time. May I investigate the doctor's quarters?
Of course. Her laboratory quarters are at the end of the path towards the mountains.
Janeway's a monster, though. Janeway shoots everything. Subject, Dr. V. Hunfor, short-term resident. Oh my god, let's look at this in a different room. What is this thing? Shut up!
Verandas are highly intelligent avian mammals with sophisticated vocal abilities.
Uh-oh. Does it speak English?
This basket holds fruit, roots, and larvae for the constable's veranda bird. Morassians typically use the bones of the dead to make useful objects.
Dead people?
Visitors for Constable Lixie. Constable Lixie is present.
Oh, that was that thing announcing it. Cool. Also disturbing. Tricorder everything.
This basket holds fruit, roots, and larvae for the constable's veranda bird. Verandas are highly intelligent avian mammals with sophisticated vocal abilities.
So you look at stuff with your eyes and you get a description, and then you tricorder it and you get the same description, but with the tricorder scan noise over it.
The computer is a BAT 4003, an obsolete Milosian model. It has been modified for hand and foot operation.
The constable has a wonderful view of the preserve.
Secret writing.
The Morassians certainly have some beautiful art forms.
Goodbye, veranda bird. A random fruit.
I think it wants to be fed. That's not working.
You're not very good at this, are you?
I once tried an atoll fruit. It's
The
quite
heck is
delicious,
that?
but it stains fabric.
Right, don't be one of those birds. Okay, Beverly, you go look at the tree.
This tree could house a medical facility.
Does she say that about all buildings? This could house a medical facility. I am the doctor, and I evaluate everything as to whether or not it could house a medical facility.
That's a quaint laboratory.
Rude. Right, let's feed the damn monkey like we're supposed to. What if it dies? It lives in a tall tree, it's probably fine. Goodbye!
This terminal is inactive. There's an auxiliary power port here. It should accommodate a standard microgenerator.
Oh, okay. A microgenerator.
This port can accommodate an external power source to run the kiosk.
Alright, I guess we'll come back here later. Alright, nobody get eaten by the giant brain thing.
I'd like to see what Dr. Hyun Forsch was doing in her lab before she disappeared.
You're gonna pop out. Oh my god, he's walking all the way over.
I'd like to learn more about the doctor's research.
We're looking at her lab. Bzz.
It is a zoological tool of some kind.
Who's gonna get zapped? Alright, let's bring the doctor. She knows things.
The bioprobe removes samples from field units which collect them from animals. It's a cryogenically preserved specimen.
How is it cryogenically preserved, just lying there on a table? What magic is this? I know, it's Trek.
The sonic scope uses sound wave impulses to give detailed cellular analysis.
It's Trek science. What are these? Oh, field units, cool. It's an annoying zappy thing.
This biotable has a bioassay hardware to examine specimens and read scans.
Zapping intensifies. It does, though.
This Class A field unit is configured for rocky terrain and torrid climate zones. The Class B field unit is configured for mountainous terrain and tropical climate zones. This Class C field unit is configured for aquatic travel.
The doctor's files have been erased. I can make out one message from her personal log. Sessions with Tracker Malas cancelled. Schedule again after field trip. Dr. V. Hunforsch, Federation exobiologist, the Morphology Institute. She's supposed to be entering local species in the morphology database and advise the preserve caretakers. Short-term visits to Morassia, must declare possessions. Things that are missing with her are backpack gear, 4 field suits, a hygiene kit, a bioprobe, a cryo-stabilizer kit, and fieldwork boots. No distress calls recorded. Fieldwork renders nearly all the doctor's colleagues inaccessible. Last sighting was by Dr. Idia. Listed last. Oh my god, that buzzing. Oh. Subject 2, listener Mbandaka Inongo, permanent resident, animal communications specialist, who discussed preserve animals. Subject, Tiller A. Meeveet, short-term resident, Federation phytosociologist. Hailing contact. Discussed preserved species in relation to plant community. Subject 4, Healer Zolas, is a neurologist, talked about the preserve. Idia, Federation recommendations of Federation exobiologist, last person to have seen, Dr. V, and they discuss the preserve and native species. So we gotta figure out how to contact these people, I guess. Alright, back to the lab. Let's touch things.
It's not working.
Let's stick all the carcasses in the sonic scope just because we can. Yes, touch those corpses.
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. All readings are normal.
Subject is marked as a Frenorian boar. Probable cause of death is malnutrition. Well, that's not good. Subject is marked as a mycorrhizae mole. Probable cause of death is neural energy loss. I know, Squidge, right?
Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's genetic signature differs from its identification tag. Subject is in a carnivore. Diagnostic tests and cell density analysis complete. Subject's neural pathways have been drained of electrical energy.
Oh my god.
Subject is marked as a Kujan gibbon. Probable cause of death is massive infection by Naturov parasites. This parasite is not native to the Kujan's habitat.
Excellent! I'm so glad we picked up the parasite-ridden corpse with our bare hands. Let's put it in our pockets. Data, look at the stuff. Okay, we got ourselves a bioprobe.
The bioprobe analyzes samples that a field unit collects from specimens. It is used primarily for zoological analysis.
It is, isn't it? I need to get out of here. I want to just look at everything so I don't have to come back.
An excellent laboratory. All of her equipment is highly advanced. The overhead sensor array conducts molecular and biospectral analysis. It projects holographic images of a specimen or scan.
Ooh, look at all these things. So that's where we came from. Tall tree, marine biotope, bog forest biotope, or quarantine shelter. Quarantine shelter sounds good. That sounds troublesome. Let's go infect it with the parasites we're carrying. Or maybe we'll go to the marine biotope and set up our field research units. That sounds actually more useful, right? Riker has not fallen over, Luffy. Riker's not even allowed on this mission. He's too much man for the matriarchal society.
It looks like this computer terminal's power has been cut. This kiosk has an auxiliary power port. All we need is a standard micro-generator to bring it back online. The field units need the right coordinates to begin their search. This kiosk might have that information. Field units are built to suit different environments, so they can travel in zoological habitats and check on the animals. The bioprobe removes samples from field units which collect them from animals. I'd like to learn more about the doctor's research.
Oh my god. I looked at her research. So, we found a bunch of diseased animals, but we don't actually know enough as to whether or not these diseased animals are unusual. I mean, I guess the parasites, the non-native parasites are unusual, definitely. I used the computer. I got nothing. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to use the computer to call people? But I tried poking that machine. So I've used a sonic scope on everything. I've looked at the table.
The computer is a Birkin 400K model from Arguello 9. The system is accessed by voice print or password.
It's a computer. A computer.
Thanks, ladies.
This lab has excellent equipment. It seems the Morassians gave Dr. Hunforsh all the technical support she needed.
I'd like to contact Tracker Malus. She may have been the last person to see the doctor.
I would also like to contact her. Okay, we're gonna go to the quarantine zone. Because I'm gonna presume that the machine up here also doesn't work. So we gotta find ourselves a micro-generator unit. And then maybe things will happen. Hey guys, I'm here with a bunch of corpses. Hope you don't mind.
If the power to this panel fails, the doorways will open.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Neither does this. What is that?
I doubt that whatever was in that cage enjoyed being there. Look at the damage it did getting out.
Well, I'm so glad we left our weapons behind.
This cage was opened from the inside by a creature of impressive strength. These are the generators for the individual containment fields. The harmonic collector absorbs sounds. This controls the harmonic collector. It has been configured to emit a brief high-energy pulse. These are the controls for the containment field. The field has been configured to enclose the harmonic collector. This panel controls the gates to the shelter. If the power fails, the access ways will open automatically.
These generators create a network of force field segments to form separate containment areas.
We did not come here for sightseeing.
The doctor's disappearance may be related to her research. Perhaps we should examine her laboratory.
Nothing works in her laboratory. I'm glad it gives me time to fuck about before it says, hint, hint, go to the lab, though. I must have missed a screen on the lab or something. Bet I wouldn't have missed it if it wasn't buzzing in my ear every 2 seconds.
The sensor array conducts molecular and biospectral analysis and gives a holographic image of a specimen or scan.
Right, maybe I need to put the holographic images in.
A normally benign Morassian parasite
Here we go.
caused the alien Kujan Gibbon's immune system to collapse. The Kujan died of a preventable epidermal infection. Creature suffered an electrical energy drain from its neural pathways. This boar couldn't digest certain nutrients and therefore starved to death. Some kind of mineral not native to Morassia was lacking in its diet. The doctor's files have been erased. I can make out one message from her personal log. Sessions with tracker Melas cancelled. Schedule again after field trip.
They really should let me smash the Zeppy thing.
Melas is a tracker. She may be able to help in our search.
Yes, she may.
I think we should contact Tracker Melas.
I'd like to contact Tracker Melas. She may have been the last person to see the doctor.
Tracker Melas. We go to the one part of the map we haven't been to yet. Perhaps Tracker Melas will be there.
I'd like to learn more about the doctor.
No, we've looked at her lab enough. Well, she's not here either. Well, that thing doesn't look healthy.
It's not work. This kiosk has an auxiliary power port. Derwin and Grotke trees are supposed to be difficult to grow. These are excellent specimens.
Maybe Tracker Melas is at the shuttle dock?
This cargo shuttle is powered by two 2,250 millicochrane warp engines.
It is a Wellen cargo shuttle.
Let's go.
It's not working.
Oh, for fuck's sake, why is nothing working? Yoink.
The micro generator uses thermal energy to replenish its internal power source. This is a topographical map of the biotope. The main habitats are within the jelly corals and the water. According to the kiosk map, the population within the living jelly corals is constantly in flux.
On your way, field unit. Stab that Jerry Coral with your needle. Jelly Coral. It's gonna do it. Bioprobe time. Alright, let's let Crusher do it. She's the bio expert.
The blood sample of the Grath eel shows a slightly elevated white blood count, but all other readings are normal. The blood sample from this Edlin fish contradicts its ID tag. Additional lab work would be advisable.
Yay, we get to go back to the lab!
The blood sample shows the Birkby fish is undergoing its seasonal transformation. All other readings are normal.
Of course, the seasonal transformation. How did I not get that? Right, do we do all the samples? Or do we go back to the super buzzy lab that everyone loves? I was gonna say, I can't even turn the game sound down because you gotta hear the voices. And then I thought, I could lower the effect sound, but the effect sound is the same as the voices.
The epidermal sample shows the cortic arthropod is shedding, but all other readings are normal. It looks like this computer terminal's power has been cut.
I did it!
This is a topographical map of the biotope. The main habitats are the 4 tunnels within that petrified tree.
I'm so good at spaceship robot noises. I made it out of nothing. I'm so talented. Not really, but there's some things I can do with graphical programs, provided you don't want anything animated or complicated or shaded. So yes, solid colors. I can do solid colors and chop bits out of them. This is, I think, the limit of my graphical talents.
The neural cells of this deceased Granger bogfish show unusual readings. Additional lab work would be advisable. The neural cells of this deceased Direwood ferret show unusual readings. Additional lab work may be advisable.
And I was just about to say, it's probably just gonna be that everything is fine except for 1 in each area, but no. It's 2, so we do need to do all the investigations. You guys just stand around at the back, huh? Point your tricorders at stuff, because I know you don't have phasers. Oh my god, that bird. Why is this whole chapter full of annoying sounds? Whoever did this, chill with the sounds, man.
The neural cells of this deceased Count Shrew show unusual
Everything's unusual here.
The blood sample from this Neurowolf contradicts its ID tag. Additional lab work would be advisable.
Who's been messing with the ID tags? Final biotope. This one I seem to recall was nice and quiet. This is where as soon as you touch the machine, like giant honking geese pop out of nowhere, right?
This is a topographical map of the biotope. The main habitats are the caverns, the pit, and the crater. The neural cells of this deceased Umblumba bird show unusual readings.
Umblumba.
Additional lab work would be advisable.
It would be nice if you could talk to the others and get their opinions on how things are going while we're waiting for this, but they're just gonna tell me to go contact Tracker Mela.
Tracker Melas may have been the last person to see Dr. Hunforsh. I suggest we contact her.
How, Data? We can't use the comms machine because you all say it's not working.
Although it's tagged as a Genzer lizard, its blood samples contradict the identification. Additional lab work would be advisable.
Maybe the creatures have all been running off like, hey, we're gonna swap our labels, the labs will be so confused.
This sample indicates a healthy vegetarian diet, but the ID tag indicates the Sunil rodent is a carnivore. Additional lab work might be advisable.
To the lab, our favorite part in this whole section.